morning, good afternoon, evening, guys. Welcome to also Chris is Talking. This is going to be another anime review for JOJO's Bizarre Adventure, episode 9. And we finally get to see the freaking treasure or the money. I thought it was going to be money, but we get to see the treasure. And what a hiding place and a half. Bruno, he's you know what? I'm going to give it to him. We should have pretty much guessed and figured that the hiding place could have been anywhere, but literally it was in the urinal. Even if you wanted to look for it, you wouldn't go there to look for it. You would have thought hiding somewhere kind of exclusive in a loft, in a safe, in a basement, in the woods, on the ground, somewhere like that. But my man put it in the urinal, and this is one of the reasons why I love JoJo. So freaking bizarre, so freaking random, and that's why we are JoJo fans. Now, if you are a JoJo fan or you like anime and manga and you like those kind of content, then please feel free to subscribe as I make regular JoJo content as well as other manga and anime content as well that you may like. If there's a specific series I'm not talking about and you feel like you want me to talk about it, let me know down below in the comment box, or literally let me know if it's for a series that's coming out in the next season and I'm not reviewing it now, but you're like, yo Chris, winter season's coming up, yo Chris, spring season's going to be happening. I don't know why I'm just assuming all your voices are like, yo Chris. Then feel free to let me know in the comment box, or just subscribe, turn on notifications, and you will find out what videos I'm making and be notified when I'm making them. Enough of that shameless plug, let's get back to the review. This episode pretty much opens up with the gang having a nice little briefing from Bruno in the change room, in the washroom, in the toilets, in the piss urinal place, basically just somewhere just not hygienic. And I was like, this is the most random place to meet up, to the point where I even forgot about the cash. I thought, this doesn't happen much anime. When do people go to the toilet in anime? You think about it, in almost anything, even in movies, people will be literally like fighting, going to war and stuff. Days will go by and you might hear about them going to a toilet, but you never see a toilet. Not that I want to see people going to a toilet in anime. This is getting so weird real quick. But pretty much, they meet up in the toilet, and from there, Bruno gives them a little briefing, lets them know that they got away from something, and this is when we get to see another Capos from the organization, from the Passione organization, and this little old man who I genuinely thought was a janitor. I thought he was a janitor. My man was rolling around like a janitor, but then I remembered several episodes back, the commentator, the narrator of the series, actually mentioned that a lot of the people in the gangs are actually living double lives. You won't know what they're up to. Your Uber driver could be one of the Capos in the Passione gang. That is how they know what is going down, because they're just living amongst us like Pokemon. Not the reference, but I don't know why I thought that. But basically, we come across this guy, Mr. Pericolo. Weird name, but hey, this is JoJo. And he's there with some other person who I thought was like a dude or another janitor, but that turns out to be the main plot point of this episode, which is that they have to guard this person who was also a janitor, not a janitor, Trish, the boss's illegitimate daughter. Yes, that is their task. That is their next mission from this episode onwards, and that is pretty much what this episode's about. And Trish, I don't know what I was expecting. We've come across plenty of characters in JoJo, male and female, and Trish is one of the first ones that I can honestly say, the mangaka of the series really knows how to make us really like or hate people, because Trish was an utter little bitch. I was like, oh my god, the way that she was cleaning, and at first I would not have put two and two together that she would be that kind of person. But the second that she showed her true colors, went to go get changed and come back, and then she was like all dressed up, looking all snazzy and stuff, I was like, for someone who doesn't want to be noticed, you're quite noticeable. Maybe that's just because she's one of the main characters in JoJo, so they always have to dress up a certain type of way. But I do feel like she literally was a bitch. I don't know, she just dressed up to just be seen. She's like, boom. She even made my man, what is his name, Fugo? I mean, that's his name. She even made Fugo take off his top for no apparent reason, just because she wanted to show her just where she is and where they are. I was like, oh my god. And Fugo gets placed in charge of her, the main babysitter of her, which is just like, oh, so peak. But talking about people being put into positions, Bruno gets a level up. I don't know, he gets put high up in the organization, and he's officially a Capos for the organization, taking over Popo's role, which was technically Giovanno's fault. You know, he did pretty much, you know, kill him, but they don't know that. And so now Bruno is the person who's going to be taking over Popo's turf. And yeah, so it's interesting. Like he seemed pretty excited at first, but then once Mr. Percola once Mr. Percola was like, look, you're going to be taking over turf, you get 50%. I was like, ooh, so you're going to look after the money laundering, the gangs, the this, the that. I was like, all right, that's quite a raise. You know, when you're like, oh yeah, like I like responsibility, but I don't want that much responsibility. And then the rest of the gang, I heard how much he'll be earning, and it was like, yo, you'll be getting 50% goes to the organization, 50% goes to you. Everyone's eyes were like, oh, nanny. So I really like that. It kind of shows, it humanizes the characters, because I don't know, it shows that they're actually not just doing it for the sake of it. But I mean, they are, but and not just because they're nice people, but because you want the cash. You know, why else would people be working day and night, really risking their lives for what? But now I really like that. So that was a nice part of the story. The second half of this is pretty much Narancia. He gets placed onto pretty much shopping duty, and he gets sent out to go get this equipment, all this stuff that Trish, this ultimate bitch, literally puts on the list. She's like, I want like the best of the best. I'm certain she said she wanted like unicorn tears to drink out of. I don't know, she may as well have said that. But he gets sent to go do some crazy amount of shopping, and this is when we meet the antagonist of the week. I would say week, but it's fortnight. The antagonist of the fortnight, who is this random guy whose name I don't remember right now, but his ability is that he is pretty much Ant-Man without the suit and controlling the ants and everything else. But that being said, we don't really know his full ability, but what we do know is that he can shrink himself, make himself bigger, which might be great for the ladies or for the guys. I don't know how he swings, but that is pretty much his ability. Unfortunately for Narancia, he doesn't know that ability, so the antagonist is chilling in his pocket for now. Oh, went too far. Right before that, pretty much, Narancia gets stopped. This guy's in his car, and the guy's like, look, where are you going? Blah, blah. This whole commotion happens, and Narancia's like, get the fuck out of my car. And this is when we get to see Narancia's stand ability, which Crunchyroll, because I watch it legally, not because I'm trying to be a goody two-shoes, but because if I can watch anime legally, I will. And Crunchyroll named Narancia's stand ability as Little Bummer, which was kind of annoying, because I was like, I'm hearing, you know, Aerosmith, but I'm seeing Lil Bummer, so I was quite pissed off by that. So manga wise, it's going to be Aerosmith, and if you watch anywhere else, the other translations or the other subs are going to most probably be Aerosmith, but Crunchyroll and possibly other places is going to be Lil Bummer. So we get to see Narancia's stand ability, and it's a little plane that goes around, which at first I was like, what? What kind of stand ability is this? But then I also remembered you can make anything freaking great. This is JOJO. It all goes as far as your imagination and how far you're willing to use it. And the series has shown us time and time again that it's not about the stand ability, stamping around. It's not about the stand ability, it's about the stand user. And I really like that, because I'm intrigued to see how this is going to develop into the next episode, which should be coming out in a couple of days. Hopefully I can try and get that out for you on time. But this part of the episode ended there with the main antagonist in his pocket, after Narancia going on a fucking rage and shooting up his car because the guy stabbed him in the face. Oh my god, I love this character. But yeah, overall really good episode. This was more like a build up to the next episode, which is most probably going to start with the fight and end with, I don't know, Trish or some annoying thing like that. But I'm intrigued to see more of where this is going, the plot, if Trish is going to stick around, or if Trish is going to have stories about her dad, if she remembers anything about her dad, if Trish is a stand user, if Trish can even see the stands, all these questions. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this JOJO anime review. If you do want to see more JOJO reviews, subscribe, turn on notifications, and come back every Saturday night. If you don't want us to turn on notifications, you just want to see if I'm making videos, and there'll all be something here. And check out my ChrisIsTalkin, which is my second other channel where I do K-pop videos, discussions and topics and things like that. So if you like K-pop, you want to check that out, link in the description. I'll see you guys soon. Or to ChrisIsTalkin. Peace.